And we are back here after a very short break. Of course, game number one went the way of Divine Ascension, taking it 13-6. Again, latter half, a little bit rough, had a little bit of slip-ups, and you could see him kind of scrambling for those victories. However, this time around on Ascent, they will have the opportunity to set the pace early for themselves. But, I mean, Falcon, Fate put on a little bit of a show towards the latter half of that map.
Yeah, honestly, that's some good showing from Fate, and maybe he's good showing that this map as well. We have Ascent going into the second, so we'll see what they can pull out on that. And thank goodness for them. They are not. This map is not nearly as defense sided. It's not nearly as sided in general as Split is. Like, I think it is kind of tough when you're going into the tournament like this, when you're kind of a pug team, when you don't get paid to play, you know, so you don't have like 8 hours a day to practice, whatever. But yeah, it's kind of tough when you don't necessarily have a plan going into the map of Split specifically. And I think Ascent is a lot more forgiving in that instance. So we'll have to see. Fate probably aren't going to have nearly as bad of a time. I hope at least. But if we can see the agent bans and selections right now, this is curious. I mean, it could work. I know he got a buff.
I mean, yes, we could see 1, but maybe not 5.
Maybe they want to play some replication or something.
Ooh. I mean, just everyone teleporting in randomly all over the place. Just let's do this. And nope, that doesn't work.
5 flashes.
Just what happened? What happened? We don't know. Just leave it be. It's the 5 idiots that ran this. It's going to be great. We'll see if someone actually does decide to pick that up again. They have 25 seconds left. But taking a look at Divine Ascension, we do see the Killjoy, the Jet. Reyna once again making an appearance. Last time Dance of Arrows was actually, I believe, on the... I believe it was a Cypher. So this time the Reyna is actually on the side of Divine Ascension instead of Fate, which is very interesting how they swapped that around. Omen coming out though, so it is going to be on the flip side, the Breach, the Jet, the Killjoy, Sova, and Omen.
Yeah, okay, so there's obviously still, I don't know if it's a bug because they haven't fixed it yet, and it's been around for a while, but in the agent select right after it ends, and when we go into this screen, you can see act ranks, even though it's not ranked. And then they just disappear. But I look at Teddy, and his peak rank is Plat 2. And I'm just like, why can't I get these Plat 2s in my games? Like, why do I get... I dropped 36 on a Killjoy in a 13-15 overtime, and I got a D1 on my team that dropped 6 kills. Anyways, I'm just salty. Teddy, he showed up. Of course, he's on the Jet. Like, that's his job. This is what he does. He just shoots people on the attack this time. So not only is the map not as sided, but they're on the unfavored side, if it's sided at all. So they got to show us what they can do. 10 seconds left, and they're all prepped. They're actually again running a default. I'm impressed with the side of Divine Ascension. They're not. Their strats aren't as simple as just walk 5 men somewhere. At least not every round.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of worked for Fate. I'll give him some props there. Some of them did work, but Teddy's already on that once again. Having that Ghost in hand is going to go ahead to get the first frag of the game. Going to get healed up by his teammate Sage, and is now going to look to try and get a few more. It looks like it's going to be mid-bottom into Pizza. Let's look. Oh my gosh, she's doing it again and again. Around the corner he goes. Potch gets one in the back. That's going to be Adelaide getting taken down, and that's just Jet on Jet action here. Both of them showing up. Pulse Fire takes out Simply Delicious. Now in a 3v2 situation. Fate are going to try. Posh gets 3. All right, make it 1 more. Make it 4K. Teammate coming around the side. Cringy is about ready to help. Then take a couple pot shots. It makes it 4. Posh ready to go. This is all on Teddy now. Teddy tries to match. Down to 21 HP. This is very, very close. Teddy wants it. Gets 1. That makes it 3. Is he going to get another? This is ridiculous to start things out. Dinks on a headshot, but Cringy gets the kill. I swear I saw the hit registry, but Cringy is full health, and that is going to be Fate coming away with the victory off the back of Posh and some very clean classic kills.
Oh my god, I mean, he almost got an ace. Poor guy. He had the worst weapon in the game to be able to finish that ace, and against the worst player as well. You don't want to be up against Teddy when you're trying to go for a clip. Like, this is not going to happen. So he doesn't get it, but I mean, he's got a lot of money for that. That gave him a lot of credits. That gave him... He's won off his knives. So potential for a round 2 ults. This guy has everything going for him right now.
what is it with Jets, right? Like this is starting to get a little bit ridiculous. I wonder if this is happening in the other matches, because that's I love kind of, you know, the storyline of these players that are picking up this agent are just massively, you know, straight savage. And Bailey is going to try and take a look, spots one, but doesn't pull the trigger. Instead gets shot at. It's going to be another 4-man stack. Couple shots go out. The wall goes up, and that's going to be Posh once again finding the opening frag. Adelaide is going to go ahead, find one back. Teddy is down to 29 HP. Bailey goes ahead and mows down Adelaide, and that's Bailey holding down the site. A site being held. Bailey, the Sova master, is going to go ahead and watch his team clean up. Fate out of nowhere take 2 rounds in a row.
Man, that's Sova actually just backside, just dancing around everything there. The smoke, the box, the dice, like literally can't take him out. I don't know how that happened. The breach was the singular bait on that A, and everyone else has stepped up and was able to get the frags. I mean, sure, gun diff, but at a point, like we've seen what these players on Divine Ascension can do. The fact that they couldn't manage to pull out that round even after taking that much space, impressive. Well done by F8. Or one, I keep saying F8. I apologize.
We both have.
Fate. Yeah, they're called Fate. I got yelled at from production by doing that, but whatever.
I did too.
So
Don't
well
worry.
done,
We're both just like our producers in our ear yelling at us. You know, stop calling them F8. They're gonna hate us for it. Okay, sorry.
Maybe they are fated to win this game.
Maybe, of course. Yeah, that's something that they have to hope for. Again, the Blade Storm is available. Whether they decide to run it or not will be the question. 2 spotted out by Bailey, and Teddy goes ahead, has some quick answers, and that's going to be the opening frag. So far, the Jets are making it work. Posh getting a very quick lurker kill with that classic once again. And Teddy says, all right, hands off, Blade Storm up. Let's see who we find. A little bit of a response. Bailey goes ahead, gets the mow down, and gets 2. Survives the right click. Cringy follows through, and Sig is the last one standing. Can't find the quick pick. Gonna rotate in, gets a couple shots and can't find the headshot. Sprays an outline around Simply, and Simply is just gonna be deliciously 3 rounds up.
I can't. How that he's alive. Bailey is alive. He's not 4-2. He's 4-1. Sometimes you see something and you just cannot explain it. He is not like, okay, smart by him to throw the arrow, because that actually counters the rain earlier. You can see through blinds or near sights with wall hacks, so like cipher trips or Sova darts or whatever. So that was great. Like he gets the first kill because the rain is pinged. But like, how do you Teddy? Like what? How does he miss? I don't understand. They're not phased by it. Like they understand they just lost the duels, but they're just going straight up. Teddy is in. Thing is, he gets nearsighted and he's just absolutely out of the round. Like he gets taken out by utility. Don't even need to win a gunfight against this guy.
Nope, the Nanostorm goes ahead, claims his life, and down 2 members already. This is just looking like a chaotic, hot mess for Divine Ascension. Fate capitalizing on that fact and are looking primed and ready to take the 4th round for themselves. You were talking about how, you know, it's not really defender-sided, but my gosh, are they making it look like so? Bailey goes ahead, takes a couple pot shots, can't find a kill. It's going to go ahead, throw down the recon bolt. It is quickly spotted out and destroyed. Getting a little help from A, that's okay, and Dance of Arrows is able to find one with the Spectre. A, that's okay, takes out Sig. Might get one more, and the body shots are there. Might get 4, no, cannot. Pulse Fire takes that one. Now in a 1v3 situation, is going to try and throw out that Paranoia, see what can be disillusioned, and one on site. Cringy takes him out. 4 rounds in a row. Fate turning the tides here in game 2.
Man, I really wish we could say there's a bit more creative stuff coming out from the side of Divine Ascension, but they are relegated to that simple playstyle of just, okay, we're gonna 5 stack outside B. We're going to win our fights because we know we're better. Like they have shown that, right? They've shown that they can win basically every single aim duel they take. But so far, for some reason, whatever the case, on Ascent, it is not working like it has on Split. Teddy has finally brought out the Operator. Glass Cannon, no armor at all, not even light. So we'll see what he can find. He is top mid. The defenders are wary. They understand that he had 5k. It is a possibility. They don't want to give him a single kill, and now they know it's confirmed that it is out in his hands. They're probably not going to... I don't see this Omen challenging at all.
Nope, no point. Like, you challenge, that's just a little bit rough. Like, why take that possibility? You can see Teddy's itching to get some of these kills back, to start making a comeback occur. There's going to be a little bit of a throw through. The Omen trying to spot someone out. And Once again, a slight rotate. This is still a 2-3 positioning with a 2-1-2 spread over on Fate's side. Bailey going ahead, sending a little bit of a recon bolt. Does spot a few people out. Knows that they're kind of fading towards the back end of the defender spawn. And 50 seconds left with only Cringy here on the A site. This looks like it could be the showdown potential.
What, Teddy? He might be looking the wrong direction and closes the door. The spike player gets absolutely shut down. Teddy is a trade. Goes for the plant himself, and there might even be a res. Yeah, Sigs gets picked back up, and the spray is labored from both players, but Teddy is able to save, and it should be all good. There's only one defender remaining. Posh is caught in the garden, in the grass, in between a rock and a hard place, and 8 different members of Divine Ascension as well, and there should be no real way he gets back into this one. He has knives, but 1v4, he has to find so many kills before he even has a contest. He does get the first, but left on 1 bullet's worth of HP. He should not realistically be going for this one.
Realistically shouldn't. Realistically being the words, and I think he took your words to heart, is going to go ahead, back away, and try and just get some exit frags if they do come his way. Of course, they are both on opposite sides. So, Divine Ascension end the drought of rounds to themselves and pick up their first, and now have to work their way through the heavily loaded pockets of Fate.
Heavily loaded. That's an understatement. They are so rich. They almost maxed out from losing that round, which is something and a half. But yeah, they're still sitting all right in terms of rifles. Posh does not actually opt for said op. He is going to buy the Vandal up, and Teddy is going to be alone in that one. They get a Sage boost him up too, but I don't know if the Sova is going to go for this engage on Cat. I don't think he is. Whatever the case, he's going to be holding this angle for the time being. Pause. Well, next round. I guess someone that's actually unlucky. You have to pause before the round starts. You can't pause in the middle of one. So
yeah.
Okay, he's back. He seems to be back.
Yeah, that's a little bit unfortunate there, but it looks like a gentleman's agreement has been made not to push. You can kind of see everyone just kind of chilling right now. So maybe the gentleman's agreement to just like not go straight for the throat right away. So you know, that's a plus. We do see the hunters here coming out though by Fate's side. They're going to go ahead, fire through, just kind of randomly trying to find some at least some connection, but it's not going to happen. That's 1 of 4 that has been used. Blade Storm, Rolling Thunder, and From the Shadows are all available for Fate. Same for Divine Ascension, the From the Shadows and the Empress can both be utilized. Turret is going to go ahead and have some fun, and that's going to be the Empress use. So this is do or die time. 40 seconds left, and you really want to make use. Oh, the blind shot skirts by Bailey's coattails. Immediately calls him out. That's gonna be Bailey going ahead, finding once again that same angle. He's done that twice now and finally gets punished for it. This is Divine Ascension having the main advantage once again. No lockdown available for Fate's side, so it's a straight up 3v4 attempt.
I think his attempt is a strong word. Dance of arrows in this heaven smoke. Once it fades, he's gonna have a lot of fights to take. Boy, the bullets, he's out of ammo. He goes for the spray before. Teddy at least saves his team just for a slight little bit. He's still got man advantage, and the knives recharge as well. So it's gonna be likely gonna take this round. Surely, Simply Delicious. He wants to put anything out. He's getting shot from the back, and Delicious gets 1. Right click in from Teddy secures the triple and the second round as well.
Teddy very happy that someone else took the 1 out on his backside. He was getting shot a little bit, and thankfully his teammate was there to cover. So taking a round victory back. Now we have a multiple ultimates available, right? 4 big ticket moments for Fate to be able to start, you know, reaching back. They're up 2 rounds. They want to make it a little bit more. They were up 4 total beforehand, but Teddy seems to have found his stride once again. 9-4 for himself, immediately pulling back in the top KD, the top fragger for this map. We'll see if they can do it. Posh, yep, immediately says no thank you. It's now a battle of the Jets and the Operators.
And it's the defensive one to win. This is the first round where he's had an up, and he finds success immediately as well. Nice to find, and even nicer for the defense. That one may be a bit of an unfortunate circumstance, but there is a player up in heaven. They have spammed the box. They have determined that he is not here, so maybe potential for this ultimate to do something. It's going to hit absolutely everyone except for the Reyna in heaven. Maybe able to find what is happening. He's in hell. So he's underneath. He has to find everything right now for the team, and he finds absolutely nothing. Lineups for Ziggy, that's what they're relying on. This lockdown is going to detonate. No one's going to be detained just for the time being, but they have delay in terms of those nanostorms. But the knives coming out. Posh is able to catch the first without the gun as support from his teammate, but even better. Last player alive is Ziggy, and there's not too much to do. They're on the defuse. It has gotten to halfway, able to cover. Yeah, Bailey's good enough.
Fate looking very strong here right now. It's almost like a complete reversal of game number 1, right? Last time it was Divine Ascension running it up near, I think 11 rounds total. Fate going up 5, and I don't want to call it a comeback just yet, right? We got to go a little bit further in the game, but so far they are definitely putting on airs that they can challenge Divine Ascension. They can show off a little bit more here, and I want to see them really take charge of the upcoming rounds, right? Push themselves up to 8 or 9 rounds won, maybe even 10, you know, break that double digit and really make Divine Ascension sweat.
Speaking of sweat, oh no, that's a disaster. Posh is not getting comms. The Omen did not comm. That cat was smoked, so he had no idea these people were walking out. Teddy's gonna go right through. Obviously an entry, and Simply Delicious staying alive backside, which is good. Needs to keep control until the rest of the team can get into location. But they walk right past and Simply Delicious. Yeah, they walk into his gun. Teddy, though, still alive. He's fragile, and the spike even gets dropped, but he's able to maybe find more. Right-click in. He's got every single one in this round so far. 1 versus 2. Spike getting planted. The flash is not going to hit, but the paranoia is. He is scared, afraid in the corner, not able to land the first op shot. One more bullet, and the chamber misses that one as well. All he's got to work with is the pistol, and that's not going to be enough. 6 rounds for the side of Fate.
And this is where you start to see the cracks in the armor appearing of Teddy, right? This is something that you really, it's the unfortunate side effect of having a very strong player. It's something that I want to point out, right? When you have someone that is outstanding in everywhere, and I want to put a lot of emphasis on that. Teddy is very, very good, right? Did very well in game 1, doing a little bit less as well, but still very good here in game 2. But you start to see the cracks where as soon as he's down, no one else can kind of follow up, and it's a rough time. So we're starting to see a couple of cracks in the armor there. Posh is kind of hitting his stride. That blind was the best thing ever for Divine Ascension here.
Uh-oh. That spots so many. That's 2. And he knows that they could be in the smoke as well. That arrow. Oh, it chunks dance. Great paranoia that allows them to walk through, but they are still scared. They use 3 pieces of expensive util. The Sage walls up. She wants to get aggressive, but instantly shut down. No more res, no more wall. It's already been used, but that doesn't even matter because Teddy's shut down as well. Cringy, a great transfer. Even more, leaves just 1. And it's all up to Sig. He has to ace again. This is not going to happen. They're going to peek him, not even allow the plants.
Divine Ascension falling here on Ascent down into disaster. The threat is starting to wear thin. They have a couple ultimates to their name, but I mean, this is ridiculous. And again, I don't count any team out. Fate showed us last map that even if you're down to your singular last map, you can drag out every single ounce of power and make a comeback look possible. As long as there are 1 or 2 rounds, Divine Ascension should have that opportunity to fight back, to be that team that comes out in a 2-0 scenario. Will it happen? Maybe, maybe not. Adelaide is going to reveal their position. More shots going through, just a little pre-fire.
2-7, you really got to find anything, so just looking for a lucky shot, but there is a player walking out mid. Teddy, he misses the shot, tries to go over the wall, he whips the jump as well. Oh no, this is a disaster. He has an op. He has an op. He's wasted all his knives. That's okay. Has also gotten 2 on the cap position, and Teddy falls to Simply Delicious. Dan Severo, he's very confused. He has no idea what has just happened. Spots the second one, is able to get a double kill. So turns this into a doable round. The problem is the spike is still down in mid in that tiles position. So he has to cross all this way, and they know exactly where he is. The arrow's going to ping him out. Yeah, he's not even going to get around the corner in time. And he's got a very limited amount of time to be able to get this spike. Sees the first. Oh! That's a problem. That's the kill that he needed to get because that was not the Sova. He knows that this player is still hard right around the corner, holding him. Can he win the fight, though? Not in chance. Billy with a clean headshot. Didn't even need that. 11 HP on Dance. It's good enough for that 8-round scoreline.
I mean, Dance put up a fight. That was a fight for the age. I think that was a 3K to his name. And I mean, that was an attempt. And again, you talked about it, right? Just fumbling a little bit there. Teddy not having a good time. And Posh seems to kind of have his number, right? Literally jumping on his head, throwing an R or a right click, right?
Yeah.
And still having time to pull out a pistol and shotgun him right in the chest. Like, that should not happen in any capacity. So now we're going to go ahead and see Posh once again hide in that site. Attacker Killjoy is using Cringy. Takes out Dance.
Wait, he's just going for it. That's insane. He's, of course, sacrificing himself. He gets detained and taken out by a player backside. But that is 2 free kills. Just sitting in that lockdown. Bold by Cringy to be able to go for that, but he does expend his own LT, puts his team in a man advantage, and that's so good. That's okay, gets a kill. There is a trade, but now they know where one of these players is, and both, in fact, gonna drop right on him, and there is a chance for Teddy, but the off shot is good enough to be able to secure the 9th.
This is Fate just kind of dancing in style, and now again, you win one more. You are up in the half, right, pretty significantly. Divine Ascension might be struggling a little bit here, and you know, the mini reverse sweep is very much in their eyes. They are looking and ready and waiting for it. Again, Divine Ascension, though, I want to see what they can do on defense. Defense was their primary asset, right? Their primary strength in map 1, and they have not been given a chance here to utilize it. 3 ultimates to 3 ultimates. I expect most of them to be used here. I mean, why hang on to them when it's going to get reset, right? So see how it goes. But again, Posh setting up at this point, I feel like that's something that he should have been able to exploit for quite a long time. Him setting up with the operator always aimed at the same location. So not going to do so, though, as a full 5-man over here on B side is going to trigger Simply Delicious to call for a little bit of backup.
There goes Posh. Shots just missed from both players, but the pre-fire is going to get him off of that angle. And wait, he's just going to tank all of his damage. That's insane. Delicious gets a kill onto the Owen. Peeks out, gets even more. Teddy finally trades. This is their chance to get into the site, and they have taken complete control. And a res on the Killjoy as well, mind you. That is closer to a lockdown that he will get. For the time being, the retake should be slow. The paranoia should miss most of these players, and Posh gets taken out of the sky. That's the knives taken off the board. That's okay with the trade, but Teddy wants even more, trying for some more damage, and that's okay. Gets taken out by the nano swarm even. So Siggy, that's the res player. That is the util being used, and they're gonna get the frag on Adelaide, who is completely blind. And Siggy, but last one alive is Teddy. He has a chance to get this kill. The transfer is good, and almost the second, but not quite. They managed to get to that 10-round mark. Fate. They might have sealed the deal in this map just with that alone if they can win the pistol.
That feels bad, right? For Teddy right there with swapping out weapons. If the weapon was out a little bit quicker, I think he would have actually had that round. And that would have been significant to end it on a 3-9 instead of a 10-2. Now, again, you lose the pistol, you lose the second round, most likely to follow, and you are set. Once again, you kind of feel in the same position as you did to the other team in map 1. And it hurts, right? If you are a Divine Ascension fan, if you are watching these guys play and you're rooting for the players, I just pray for them to be able to make this defense work. You know, you really want to see them win this pistol round. They set up just standard once again. Looks like A side is going to grab most of the utility, and a 5-man push from Fate here might seal the deal for game 2 if they're not careful.
Oh, it's a silent and aggro wall. Adelaide eventually wants to get aggressive on this, wants to get for some information, but thing is when. That's the question. How far up are the attackers going to be able to push? Wait, they don't find anyone. They take out Teddy in mid as well. He's trying to get aggressive in that mid position, pushing up, and he gets deleted. And the Sage falls off the wall at just the wrong time. It's going to get shot down. and probably farm that orb for KJ just to get that lockdown sooner, and the smokes even getting some information on the market player. This could be an absolute disaster right now for Fate. Or excuse me, for Divine Ascension.
Yeah, I mean, they're dropping like flies right now. Still have 3 very full health members, but I mean, they can't find it. Simply Delicious pulls the right on Adelaide, and that is going to leave Pulsefire here all alone. And again, having to break the door means that his location is revealed. Can't get the shots. Bailey ends his life. 3K for Bailey, a flawless round for Fate, and Divine Ascension 2 rounds away from losing map 2.
Man, they honestly, I think Divine Ascension, they need to pull out something special. They need to get creative, go for some kind of aggressive peak. This is the anti-eco, like, of all things. Like, you go for this aggression, the opponents don't expect it, you catch them off guard, and you end up getting the momentum back in your favor. But if that just doesn't happen, then I don't really know. The thing is, okay, honestly, this is a bit of a weird round. Like, I don't completely understand why Fate is deciding to save. They're deciding to full bonus. They're not even going for Spectres. So I guess ignore everything I just said. This is actually a very dangerous round for Fate because they only have pistols, upgraded weapons, upgraded SMGs. There's only one classic on the side of the defense right now. Everyone else has guns, but nice shot by that's okay. He gets one, and there's only one player back here. Excuse me. No, Dance of Arrows is still here with an SMG.
Oh.
His teammate gets taken out, but still a chance for this arena to do work. There are trades even still. 2 versus 3. I think the gun's slightly better on the defense. Even still, they haven't picked up a single SMG on the attack.
Yeah, they haven't, and that's just Fate having the member advantage. We'll see if they can close it out once again. If they get this round, they'll put themselves at match point, or a game point, I should say. A little bit of shot. Dance of Arrows goes ahead, takes out Poch, who is a big key playmaker. Dance of Arrows once again showing off here. Couple shots go out. Pulsefire finds the last frag on the back of Dance of Arrows. They will go ahead and secure their 3rd round of this map.
I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I agree with that one. They almost made it work. That's some great shooting by others, okay, to even bring that close to win. But unfortunately for them, not peeking off that flash, and of course, just in general having the worst weapons. Dance of Arrows coming back in with that double at the end. That's value. That's what you got to do when you're down that man count, and the fact that your opponents just decided not to invest. Like, it's clear why, because they wanted guns for this round. Like, it's obvious why they did it. But still, momentum being broken, loss bonus as well, and the fact that Divine Ascension probably have the morale at this point to keep going, still kind of questionable. Now it's 5 outside A, just walking up. It's nothing too complicated. They have 5 rifles. They just want to take the fights. We'll see how much they can win the aim duels.
Yeah. I mean, aim duels is all they got. A couple shots go through and actually clips Omen in the face. Eats about, I think, 50 damage straight in there. And that's going to be the firefight going out. Simply Delicious is going to get the mow down. Dance of Arrows is going to fire right back, taking out Bailey. And that's going to be the breakout here on A site. Teddy goes ahead and gets one as well. That's going to turn it into a 3v4. Health bar is extremely low on Fate. Jet, namely on that side, is looking at just a sliver of HP. Cringy going to go ahead, get the plant down. And if they can get this, they can force it. Pause through the smoke. Finds the frag on Teddy. Adelaide is going to go ahead, try and round it out. The Odin is putting in a lot of work here. Simply Delicious is not going to find the next 2. 2 members survived in Divine Ascension, mounting an ever so slight comeback and putting themselves at 4 round wins.
And by the power of the gods, I guess. Yeah, gun advantage or what, it doesn't matter. The defense is good enough for that retake, and of course you have to, like, you can't ignore Teddy dropping that spike. I think that little linchpin right there might have been the difference maker, because if that doesn't happen, not like, of course Teddy stays alive, but the delay, the little bit, like 2 seconds to let everyone else rotate in time, of course Reyna getting the kill from heaven as well, that makes the difference in a round of that sort. And now it's like they, once again, it's such a weird moment in the game to have 4 Spectres, not against it. Like, you don't want 4 Spectres against this. That's not how you win rounds. This is why you bonus the 2nd round instead of this one.
Yeah. Teddy straight up pulled a Posh 1G, said, all right, I'll wait there. Pulsefire sitting up on the box, can't find more than 1 kill, but that's more than enough. Teddy going away, throwing out the Blade Storm. The wall has been thrown out, can't make it through, no. Just a little too fat, unfortunately.
Oh, he can't get through, but he might go over. He does so. double jump by though. It's okay. Gets taken out. Knives through the face. Cringy trades back onto the tree position. But both these players are now in heaven. I don't think no, he has no idea. I don't think the comms are coming out at all. Delicious is alone on site now. He knows one's dropped towards this tree position, and he's going to get removed, but Cringy has the frag on the jet. Low HP is good enough for Siggy to get the kill, and this defuse, yeah, he's got plenty of time for that.
What in the world is going on? Teddy still sitting with 21 to his name, but Sig going ahead and finishing it off. This game is rampant with excitement. I have no other way to really talk about it. Unfortunately, Divine Ascension, even though they won the round, are stuck with very, very few weapons. This time around, Fate, though, with 3 round losses in a row, this should technically, I think, be their last full buy that they can pull out. Right? You're taking a look at the weaponry. We have a couple Phantoms. We also have the Vandals in play. So if they lose this one, they're going to start dropping rounds very, very quickly without fail. And Adelaide, once again, with his Odin, is looking to stone him out. Teddy! He is making a statement here, saying 11 rounds means nothing to me. That does not mean the game is over.
No, he's going to hold whatever angle he can. He's even getting aggressive on that smoke. That smoke smokes that market, but he's standing on the steps right now. Lockdown in place. It doesn't even matter. He just tanks it for the time being, and even the spray from the Odin prevents anyone from going through that B main door. That's 2 kills, as well as some time being gained coming back through. The op shot's technically missed, so maybe an opportunity, but he's going to go all the way through. Misses another one. That's a problem now, because now he goes down. That's okay with a frag. Spike also being planted. Cringy has the number on whatever B main position there might be. There's also a lockdown to good place as well. Cringy does it. Wait, he gets both frags. Finally a trade. Now these 2 players are locked in the site, and one of them even falls to the Odin. This is a disaster. There's nothing for Delicious to do.
Divine Ascension coming out with some epic plays. It is so rare that you see a defender lockdown actually detain someone, and in that moment, it was all worth it. Making their way back, Divine Ascension have won 4 rounds in a row and don't look like they are stopping anytime soon.
Man, okay. With that said, we're getting information from our production team that our A game, Lotus has successfully 2-0'd Valkyrie in a very decisive manner. So surprisingly, even harder of a stomp than Split was in the first half. Whatever the case, this is there is still potential, you know, for both teams to take it. The momentum is definitely swinging in favor of the defense right now of Divine Ascension, but they still have a long ways to go. They have 6 rounds to take the lead. Yeah, it's 5 up cat.
Yeah, and we were also informed of a few others, so that is going to be just the fire. What?
What just happened?
Adelaide bringing the power of the gods here into that round.
That's not real. That's just not that round never started. That round did not begin. It was that round. You know what he did? Adelaide, he went into the custom game menu and he pressed end game phase 3 times. Like, he did not, like, that round didn't happen. 7-11. They're putting on the gas. Teddy's got this aiming position. That's an easy shot for him. Straight through the wall. Posture's head is removed.
I've turned into a chicken. All I make are little noises left and right, and it's because it's ridiculous. Teddy misses twice in a row, actually eats about 54 damage for his troubles, and is now gonna have to back up. But again, getting the first frag on Poshu has been the other main fragger for the side of Fate. This is gonna look a little bit big. Remember, Resurrection is still available for Divine Ascension. Fate are gonna have to pull a hard rotate all the way over to B site. Let's see if anyone can read it.
Oh yeah, Rain is in position to maybe catch at least 1 kill. Gonna let them walk past and peek at the perfect time. Wait, oh, he only gets 1. This misses out, so he stays alive in the flanks. So this could be a big problem. Cringy needs to expend the ultimate just to try and let them into the B. So they do manage to get in, but damage done onto so many people. I mean, there should be absolutely no way, right? 1 HP on the player backside. Spike is going to get planted, but it's going to be a miracle if these 2 players can do absolutely anything. Omen caught the smokes out. And it's literally 1 versus the world. 1 bullet is all they need. You just breathe on him straight to the wall. 8 rounds. 8 rounds. That's 6 in a row.
Fate had to run a wipeout course right there. That's what happened, and I give Divine Ascension so many props for that. Very rarely do you see a nanoswarm, mind you, 2 nanoswarms be activated at the same time to create that kind of cutoff path, right? And it was so well done by them. You saw it actually took a full member out of Fate and then actually took someone else down to 1 HP on the back end, right? So very, very well done by Divine Ascension. They are making a comeback possible here. Again, low end weaponry for Fate, working with the SMGs and the Judge. I mean, this is so good. Coming out, Adelaide gets a spray through the wall.
Oh,
Adelaide coming up huge right now.
oh, they have no answers. There is no opportunity for a response. They can't even get aggressive because that's a smart. Oh no, Miss Smoke dashing in. Knives. It should be better for Teddy, but a shotgun for Posh at least manages to win 1 frag. There is a trade onto Simply Delicious from the stairs position. There's 2 people on site. That's the thing that they might not expect, but it's the knives popped by the attacking Jet as well. Wanting to jump over, spotting, I think, at least 1 player. And Killjoy is pushing up aggressive as well, but the headshot lands on the first, right click and not on the second. Great transfer from Siggy. Great play by the Killjoy to lock down that site even still.
The flicks and the aim is immaculate right now. Everyone on Divine Ascension saying we are fighting back. If they are able to tie this up, that will be one of the greatest, I want to say, comeback so far, right? It's not a hard by any means. This is not they're sitting on 12 and they're trying to make it work. It's still so good. We do have a tactical pause coming out here. Once again, a little bit of a tech issue, but that allows us to take stock. Falcon, we went the distance, 11 rounds, right? That was the mark, and of course it wasn't the 12 rounds that Divine Ascension had, but 11 is still a massive benchmark for Fate, and here they are having their chances at moving on into the semifinals slowly drain from their fingertips. I mean, how do they start coming back?
That's a hard question. Like I think the blunder was obviously made during round number 2 in the second half when they didn't buy. That's you just buy like that. That's what you do nowadays in 2021. Like you buy second round. Ever since they changed the econ system, or no, ever since they nerfed the crap out of the frenzy and the stinger, you buy, because that's just what you will just win the second round unless there's some absolute miracle play, like if Teddy can do something ridiculous with a classic or whatever. But that ends up not happening because there were just pistols. So obviously there was a mistake. But now their morale cannot be healthy. They must be broken internally and externally at this point. 7 rounds in a row. Like, they gotta pull out something special, run some defaults, fake some stuff out, and manage to win some fights individually. These 2 players are trying to aggress on this A main position. Posh is stuck in the corner, and there has been some mutual thrown out, so that's good. They baited some slows out and the wall in A main. Pressure given, so the Omen has to stay as well. They can't rotate off so easily. Because the spike is going towards this B, so that's a good plan. There is only 1 effective defender here. That is the Killjoy, and she's not even in sight. There's no one playing in the spike site right now. The Jet's in mid. Maybe gonna walk through the smoke if he wants to. Wants to get aggressive. Walk straight through. Yeah, he gets a pick.
Teddy, once again, these guys have been flying back and forth with each other, and that's going to be another one. Teddy finding 2. Might find another, waiting for 1 more to cross over, but the rest of the team is ready and waiting to help out. 2 members round the corner and immediately take out Posh, and just like that, 1 flawless round was made. Second might possibly become an out. Both members, Bailey and Simply Delicious, are praying for a dream to be answered. Cannot find it. Divine Ascension make it. 10-round wins, and they will go ahead and be 1 round behind. They are in reaching distance of Fate's race. This Falcon is the most ridiculous map I've seen thus far.
This is not the reverse sweep I expected, but it's certainly one welcome if you're a fan of Divine Ascension. They're not stopping. There is no sign that there is a pipeline broken anywhere. They are running on fuel, like just raw diesel. They're going at it. There's no, like, it doesn't seem like there's a way of stopping them. That last round, that was the chance. They pulled people towards A. They pulled the Sage slow out. They pulled an Omen smoke. They even pulled bodies. And then they just couldn't figure out the final piece of the puzzle, winning the individual duels. They lost fight on Cat. They lost a fight in Market, of course. It's so brazen for Teddy just to go for all these duels, and it's like, yeah, of course he can win them. He can win every single one he takes, so why not go for all the duels?
I love how that happens over and over again. Adelaide so far has been one of the clutch members to lay down that suppressive fire, using that Sage to full effect. And I think something that hasn't been pointed out as well, Fate have consistently just bought SMGs, just trying to keep guns on the board. And sometimes you have to bite that bullet, right? Bite that loss that you had, and you know, just kind of eat it. And this time around, maybe I'm speaking wrong. That's okay. He takes out Pulse Fire, and that's the first frag of this game. Teddy goes ahead and tries to fire again and can't find it, but Dancing Arrows is going to go ahead and grab one before he falls, and that puts him in a 3-on-4 positioning, as A is going to be the mark. Teddy going ahead, heading up into the rafters. This could be a couple chances, but a nice little smoke goes out. Adelaide is going to go ahead and revive Dance of Arrows. It's going to be a spray down. Siki goes again and gets one, but okay, sneaks up on Teddy. That's a big frag taken out. That's going to be a massive swing in power. Remember, health bar is a little bit more in favor of Divine Ascension. The heals are coming out from the Sage. The Defender Killjoy is coming down. That's so well timed. They found it as they needed. They're going to go ahead and spray through. Adelaide is ready and waiting, but the Defender Killjoy has been knocked out. Adelaide with the frag. Make it Siggy with the Nano Swarm kill. Oh my gosh, Bailey is going to try and make his way around. Can't find the frag, and there it is. It is tied up. Ladies and gentlemen, Divine Ascension, 8 rounds in a row to bring it back.
Orbital, you got to just think at this point, they've got it. That is it. That must be the map that breaks the morale. 2 rounds in a row. There is such a realistic way that Fate just end up winning the round, and they slip up somewhere in the middle. That one, they get every trade. They trade every single death that they've had, and all of a sudden the lockdown comes down. Everyone comes through the door, and even the perfect nano swarm to deny the one safe spot that is in Wine. There's just nothing to do. Flash going through. They can't see that Teddy's in this corner. They eventually manage to spot him out. He doesn't care. He's going to go for the fight. On for the peak, and there's one already wide, already good for the engage, but the lockdown comes down, and yeah, Posh, he just has no chance. Teddy's right on out of there. He is safe, still holding this heaven position. Teleport down in the hell, so maybe Teddy has a bit of pressure from down underneath, but he's gonna get out of here just safe and sound. Yeah, no, not even close to being able to take him down. And already a flank. Dance of Arrows close on that A main. Bailey needs a frag, gets one. Teddy does get shut down as well, but they're still being pinched. 1 behind, 2 up in the heaven. Pulsefire has reacquired Teddy's op, so we'll see what magic he can work with this weapon as well. That makes that none. So this is it has to be. They have to win this. They get the match point first. Fate. It was destined all along. Oh, Dance of Arrows can't even finish that kill. Op being safe, perhaps. Yeah, 12 is given up.
The story, it's being written, but the last chapter has been ripped out of the book. Fate are saying, listen, we are clawing our way back. Our book will sell. Our book will be completed, at least the first half. They're going to go ahead, win their first round. I want to say second round of the half, and put themselves on game point.
Oh, that was the first round in 10 rounds, 9 in a row for Divine Ascension. It took them 3 very, very major chances to be able to capitalize on their opponent's mistakes, to be able to actually convert on the trades that they've been getting. What they got there. Now they're on match point. Now it's their opponent's backs against the wall. Thing is, Teddy, he's not afraid. This man is not scared. He will take every risk. Sitting in mid, easiest kill of his life. I mean, he's given the fact that he's 29 and 18. I'm pretty sure he's had a lot of those so far.
Oh my god! Wait, we didn't even talk about it. They doubled up on the Odins. They said if one god can't win it, bring 2.
Oh,
This is getting ridiculous. This is going to be Adelaide going to get taken out. Posh is going to take out Adelaide. Simply Delicious found Pulse Fire, and it's now a 3-on-3.
Oh, no.
He's going to get the Mo down. Dance Arrows gets 2. He gets 2. No. This can't be happening. Oh, they don't want us to know who's going to get the 360, baby. Teddy pulls the 360 and makes it 30. The tie has been made. We are in overtime.
Orbital, he scoped in and then turned around. He didn't wait. He turned around and hit. No, he went in the single zoom and then 360'd. That man, I don't know what. He either runs like 5 sensitivity or he just swiped his mouse 8 different times. He's just showing off at this point. That's how he. Not only do they get to overtime, that is his 30 bomb.
Here.
I don't think, yeah, it doesn't matter at this point. Teddy has solidified himself as an MVP, right? Like, there's no doubt about it, at least for this match and this series. He has solidified himself. He has been one of the primary playmakers, the consistent DPS. This man that has stepped up with the rest of the team, you know, Adelaide holding it down at points, Siggy and Dance coming up with clutch rounds of their own, and now in the overtime, remember, it is win by 2. You have to be able to pull out a victory of sorts, and we're going to have to wait and see if they can make it work. Bailey going ahead, throwing around a couple shock darts and the recon bolts. Can't really find anyone. They're going to go ahead, push on through. This is going to be Divine Ascension making their way over into A, and the Raptor is going to be the firefight. Adelaide gets 1. Under the Raptors is going to be Cringy, who gets Dance Arrows, and he picks up 2. Those are 2 massive frags, as the spike is not down yet. Teddy gets picked. Pulsar cleans it up, but Pulsar goes down as well. That's going to be an Omen on Omen action. They're going to keep firing away. Raptors is very, very healthy. Fate are all very strong, and now it's all up to Teddy and 10 HP, the Dream. I don't know if it's going to happen, and no, it's not. A, that's okay, says that, hey, it's okay. We're still 1 round up.
Oh my god, is it gonna be okay? It's this game. I don't know how we're so close right now. It shouldn't be real, but here we are. Not only close, look at the. It's such a weird discrepancy the way the scoreboards work right now. Teddy is clearly. Can we? So League is 80 carries. Can we call him an OP carry? Because he's just opping and he's just winning most of his duels. But on the enemy team, the entirety of Fate is playing well. Like, no one is slacking off. Everyone is either +1, +3, -1. They know Teddy's here with an op. They want to take him out. It's pretty clear. They're going to smoke him out. Blind shot, not going to find much. And they all leave. They all make the rotation. And they're making so much noise, too. Coming up Cat, Pulse Fire. He's going to be absolutely blind. Counter Paranoia. Maybe delay just a tiny bit, but he can't get a single kill. Now it's all up to Sage. Backside Adelaide, though, he has the Odin once more, and it's the power of the gods once again to be able to delay just a tiny bit. Even up the man count. Make a 3 versus 3. But with Teddy here, I mean, he might as well. This guy counts as 2 people, right? Coming back through. The Reyna pushes all the way in. He wants to get in front of the Aftershock. Posh takes that out, punishes for that aggression. And Teddy might be all up to him for the time being. The door is open, and they have a perfect crossfire. He takes out the Gen player. One more player in this position, expends the dash, and it's a nice trade. Perfect teamwork, and all of a sudden, all up to 1. 1 man. 1 bullet is all that's needed, and Simply Delicious is the one to land it. We're going to map number 3. Fate, take the second.
Are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
After all that work, it ends on a simple A-site push. It feels so bad
A little bit.
for Divine Ascension. They work so hard, but Fate even more so, right? Giving themselves that wide berth to work with. But Divine Ascension rising to the challenge, pushing it to a tie game or to an overtime push in this map. I mean, ridiculous play from them.
Yeah, I don't know if we saw. I actually had to click off of the scoreboard to go meet all these players because I can still hear them in lobby. But I think if I'm correct, Teddy had what, 7 or 9 entries? It was something like that. It was a number with a big head. But whatever the case, that's some absolutely absurd stuff. Like, he's still putting up the numbers. It's not even his fault. Like, he can't do anything. There is nothing more, like, other than maybe getting creative and making some plans on the spot. There is nothing else that they can do other than win more of their gun battles, because sometimes That is exactly what it comes down to, right? We have the Sage backside trying to hold with an Odin, and if he can make the transfer, they probably win that round, but it just doesn't happen. And again, the last one as well, Simply Delicious managing to get the better of the op, managing to hit the headshot. That's what some of these rounds ends up coming down to. It's just the people, the players winning their gun duels. And if it doesn't get more complex, and I don't really know what to say, that's really their only option.
Yeah, and just well done again to Fate to keep themselves in this quarterfinals matchup. Again, the last map is going to be it. We will go ahead, go to a very short break, make sure the teams are set, and the map has been selected. So we will see you in just a few.